Okay, hello you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Happy Feminine Friday. As you can see, we are out and about in a different environment. I am outside with Sapphire today in the park enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having. I'm actually shooting this the day before Feminine Friday because I have so much to do on Friday that I'm not going to have time to actually record. So I wanted to come to you guys with a quick sweet video, and you guys are going to see Sapphire in and out pop out as right now as you guys can see. Don't judge. He's just finally he got his head unwrapped, which I'll drop a picture here now so you guys can see what he was like before. But we finally took off the bandages that he had a little bit of a swelling in his ear, and you know, it is what it is. He's healed. He seems like he's back to normal. I was thinking about, right now we're at the park. We're at Lakeside Park. I don't know if I wanted to go to the boardwalk, but I don't know if I want to push him that much because he's still on medication, and obviously he just got his bandages taken out. So very hesitant to see what we're gonna do here, but we'll see how he feels after we're at the park. But I wanted to come to you guys with a calm, collective video while I'm outside, while I am enjoying this beautiful weather, because I wanted to talk to you guys about a light topic, but I think something that's going to resonate with a lot of people. And I always try to do topics that are resonate with a lot of people. And I want to talk about just intentionally intentionally building the life that you want, but first starting with what that life actually looks like for you. Because I think a lot of the time we get so caught up with social media and all the hype on social media, and sometimes we're even looking at other people's lives and thinking that's what we want with our lives. And even though certain things can mirror each other, even though certain things could be similar, it's not exact. And that's one thing that I realized. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about what I'm thinking about when it comes to the life that I want to intentionally live. How I sat down with myself, Sapphire is sitting down over there, but how I sat down with myself and kind of envision, that what that looks like. It's gonna be soft, sweet, and pretty collective. It's kind of match the vibes of just being out and about and letting your spirit and your soul Sapphire starts playing with branches and it's like a done deal. But anyway, besides his little moment that he's having right now, I wanted to just have a soft conversation that kind of matches the vibe of where we're at right now, which is this beautiful park with lakefront views. It's beautiful. They have bridges and little canopies and just all these flowers and trees that are starting to grow in. I know my background doesn't show all the trees, but you can see the flowers everywhere else. But anyway, before we get right into today's topic, do remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications. Don't mind my hair will be back to normal after tomorrow, but turn on your post notifications. Do like the video, and do drop a comment below if you've actually thought about how you intentionally wanted to build your life. And don't mind my clothes. I know I'm usually in a sweater or something, but I'm out at the park with Sapphire, so I have to have my leggings on. Gotta have my big t-shirt on, my big representing my little not my little, but my big bears out there. And I like to have really big t-shirts because I like to cover my body, but I want to be comfortable, especially since after this we might be going to the boardwalk/beach. So we'll see. But without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Okay, so where should we start? We should start with why I even thought about doing this. And the reason why I even thought about doing this video and talking to you guys was mostly because I think that I see a lot of things on social media, whether if it's clothing, whether if it's style, whether if it's lifestyle, whether if it's celebrities, whether if it's movies, romance, all above and alike, right? Everything. And you see other people's lives and stuff like that. And I think I was just I got a little bit too caught up in I guess you could say the illusion that social media feeds you, based off of whether I know that they screen our phones to just advertise certain things at you, whether if it's vacations, whether if it's houses, so on and so forth. But either way, as I'm like in this new rebuilding stage in my life, it made me think that this is the time where I get to like plant the seeds of what I'm doing and letting like intentionally, like what kind of flowers, what kind of vegetables, metaphorically speaking, do I want to come from this garden that I'm building. And I started to think about matters of the heart, matters of lifestyle, what I want my day-to-day look like, want my day-to-day to look like. And ultimately it came pretty clear to me when I officially sat down and thought about, hey, what do you want your life to look like? I thought about things that brought me peace, that made me feel whole, and that made me feel inspired. And the number one thing that I thought about was moments like this, moments that I have with my dog, that he's playing around, that I'm enjoying nature, that I'm enjoying the silence, the birds, the air, the bees, the ground, whether if I'm like here or whether if I'm at a beach or whether I'm just like in an environment that you can really see God's creation. The feeling that I have from this, where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where's the ball? Go get the ball first and I'll give you water. Where's the ball? Sorry, hold on. 1 second, pause. Alright, sorry you guys, he's being a little bit of a... Come here. I don't want you to get me wet because you already got me a little wet. Come here. Okay, sorry about that. He has more bottles. And I usually have his bowl with me. But sorry, you guys can't even see me right now. I usually have his bowl with me, but he's we were in a rush this morning because before this I was at a doctor's appointment. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So he's gonna come back and forth, so don't mind the pauses. But I wanted to intentionally like think of like being in moments like this makes me, I forgot my last train of thought, like the last thing I was saying. But being in moments like this reminds me of like, not reminds me, it reassures me of like what I want out of life and how I want to feel. And being in this moment, being in environments like this, there's a certain serenity and peace that I have just in general always, but especially like when I'm in areas like this. I get to like think, I get to relax, I get to feel the earth and feel God in different ways. Here he comes back. Here he is. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. But I get to feel just as like a certain amount of peace. And that's like the number one foundation that I have in my life is the flexibility and the serenity and the peace to move in a way that is in line with how not only am I feeling, but in line with my goals. Like, I think the biggest thing is that I have flow in my life. Like, for example, I had a doctor's appointment today. I still have to film for tomorrow. I have tons of stuff to do tomorrow. I have my brother's birthday to prep for on Saturday. And I obviously still have to take care of Sapphire and a whole bunch of other things that I have to do. And that doesn't like stop just because, you know, sorry, I just want to make sure that he's good. But basically, being mindful of like how I structure the things that I have to do and making sure that they align with my ultimate goal in life is really important to me. You want to take a break? Want to take a break? Sit down. Sit down for a second. Sit down for a second. Pretty bear. You're so like ready to go. But yeah, like being very intentional and like letting things flow. Like, for example, I had to come all the way down to South Jersey because that's where most of my like my dentist, my doctor, and like all the major things are. So I intentionally like planned out this day. I was like, wait, I have to film content, I have to go to my doctor, and I wanted to do something a little bit different than what I usually do. And I also want to spend time with Sapphire since all day tomorrow and Saturday I'm going to be just like on go getting errands done and trying to adhere to my schedule, my to-dos. So I intentionally like take out pockets of time throughout my day to have moments like this, and it sets the tone for my day so much. Even the beginning of my day, I pray and walk Sapphire, and when we walk, we go to this park every single morning, and it has like this beautiful lake. And I just sit there, and Sapphire plays around. He uses the bathroom. Obviously, I'll pick up after him. And we're there for like 20 to 40 minutes, even 45 minutes sometimes, every single day. And that sets the pace for my life, and that sets the pace for my day. And it feeds into the kind of life that I want to have, whether I have someone in my life or not. When I say that, I mean like romantically. And I think that was the number one thing that kind of made me think about how I want to structure my life. I want to have a job that I'm very passionate about, and that's what I'm doing now. So I'm sharing with you guys now on this journey that I'm in, whether if it's growing my real estate portfolio, growing my company, exploring, traveling, spending time with my dog, spending time with my family. Like those are intentional things that I'm pursuing right now. But when someone comes into my life, I want to make sure that they're adding to it. Like they're not taking away things they're not taking away my peace. They're not taking away what I'm building, and they respect and understand and even could admire. They don't have to be a part of it, but they at least could like respect what I'm doing and understand that, like the same way how I make time for little small pockets of my day to have moments like this, I can make time for them. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about like intentionally building your life before someone comes into your life is important, because when you have that structure for yourself, you know who you are and you know what you like. So it's easier for you when it's time to find someone, or when the time comes where you meet someone. It's not a matter of like, I'm getting to know myself and getting to know this person and seeing if we fit. It's like, no, you already know what you like, you already know what you don't like, and you already know how you want to move in life. So finding someone, it's like a matter of finding someone who complements that and respects that. And you'd be surprised, like a lot of people, especially as you get older, you realize that there are differences that you'll have, and you don't have to align with someone 100%. I don't think that that's realistic. I don't think you're going to be 100% compatible with someone that you like or someone that you may want to build a future with. But I think it's important to understand like the fundamental differences that you guys have. Does this person have more of a chaotic life? Do you want more of a peaceful life? Is this person respectful of your own ambitions? Are they respectful of their ambitions? Are you respectful, of their differences, of the things that they may like? Especially like I only speak about heterosexual relationships because that's just the nature of what I understand, and obviously it aligns with my personal values. But being with a man, like you guys have different views on life, and if you're really like what people would say like more feminine, there's not going to be a lot of things that you guys could collectively do. I think as you learn each other, you'll learn how to do what the other person does. Like for example, I'm an outside girly. I love going to see beautiful homes. I love being in certain environments like this. I love being at peace. I love just like flowing through gardens. I love going to the spa. So naturally, someone who likes to go to the club, who likes to be out and about, it's gonna be hard for me to like mingle with, because if that's what they do on their spare time, I don't want them to like, I don't want to say take down a couple notches of something that they like to do just for the sake of being with me. Versus like you finding someone that, yeah, maybe they like to go out, maybe they like to do this, but at the same time they have like a balance towards like what you like to do too, like, or could appreciate what you do. Because that's what I learned, is just like trying to like not rush a relationship and really get to know somebody as much as you can to better understand, like, can I live with this? Can I be with this person long term? And that's something that you should be really intentional about. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about in general, is building your life intentionally, especially like in your single phase in life. Like people think that when you're single, it's like the end of the world, especially like if you're older, or especially like if like you just had like what quote unquote like a breakup. People think like, oh, you know, like, oh, poor them. But it's such a blessing to be single in a way, in its own way, excuse me, because obviously, like, not having the responsibility at that time of managing someone else or trying to manage a relationship, um, it's not liberating, but it's like a form of, okay, that's not something that I'm carrying right now, so I can put that time and energy into something else and put it into me, and put it into family, or put it into things that I care about, things that I'm passionate about, or things I want to learn. And he comes again. Yes, yes, my loves. Where's your bowl? You want some more water? Let's take a quick water break. Hold on. Okay, we're back with a quick water break. Come here. Okay. Okay, go over there. Don't cough on me, please. Thank you. Sorry, we had to take a quick water break because he needs it. Because when he goes to the park, he doesn't know how to act. Like, when I say he doesn't know how to act, this is why we were in the hospital the first time. Because he just be doing too much. Like, he be doing way too much. He has, like, this whole routine. I have to show you guys one day. But I throw the ball a couple times. That's like him doing his laps. Then he'll get, like, these big sticks and, like, start doing, like, I don't know, like, what we would consider, like, I don't know, pull-ups or something. Not pull-ups, but, like, I don't know. I'm telling your business. I'm sorry. You see him just like all over me. You want to take a second to breathe? This is what I'm saying. He doesn't know how to chill. Like, he just came for water. He doesn't know how to take a break. Acting like he's not an older doggy. But anyway, but yeah, just having that time to like, having that time being single is such an underrated blessing. And because I think people get so fixated and caught up in the fact that like, oh, I don't have like a certain kind of love in my life, but then forget that they have other kinds. Like, you have friends, you have maybe a dog, maybe you have family. And if you don't have any of those things, then maybe you should try to find other ways of love and how to nurture relationships, so when you get that big one, because people forget, like, when you are in a relationship, the intention is to get married. The intention is to be together forever. And that's going to be your biggest relationship out of all your relationships, even with your kids, because that's a forever thing. When your kids grow up, they're going to find their forever partner. Your sister, your brother, are going to find their forever partner. So it's important that you build yourself during this time when you're single. Understand the things, opportunities that you have, because none of us are perfect. Understand the things that you like and the things that you don't like, and be very intentional with your time and how you spend your time. Like, what you listen to, where you go, what you're experiencing is important, because when you look back and you have certain responsibilities in a relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop what you're doing, but let's just be honest, you're not going to have the same amount of time to do maybe these pockets, have these moments in these pockets as frequently as you do that you're single. So, and it's important. Everything's about balance. Just because you get in a relationship or just because you're single, you still got the same 24 hours, 7 days a week, rounds and rounds that you do. So it's like, there are going to be times where you have date night, and maybe you do like a spa night and it interferes with your date night. Maybe you guys can do it together, but it's not going to be all the time. So just being intentional about at least the foundation of your life. Like, things are gonna change and you're gonna navigate through whatever season in life that you're in. However, the foundations of your life should be more about the vibe, the feeling, how you carry yourself, how you think, which is important. Like I said, like, peace and serenity is like the foundation of my life, let alone the foundation of my home. When people come to my house, it's so peaceful and quiet that I don't realize how peaceful and quiet it is until people come to my house and they tell me, like, Sharon, your house is like really like just calm. Like there's either classical music playing on the background, everything's very, very clean, spotless. Sapphire's in his own little space. He has his beds, one in the living room, one in my room. And then, you know, I have candles sometimes. And I'm so intentional about the scenes that I'm in. Like the same exact feeling that I feel right now, feeling the wind in my hair, feeling the wind on my skin, is kind of the feeling that I try to provide to people when they come into my house. So peace and serenity is the foundation of my space and even of my company. Like my company is called Heart Ease, and basically I try to replicate what I feel and how I live to other people. I live a very soft, comforting, attentive, supportive, diligent, peaceful, overall abundant life. And I try to create that with my company. And even though I'm still like scaling and I'm still growing, and there's so many things that I'm doing in the background that I don't get to show you guys, but eventually I will. Sorry, he's back. And he's just staring at me. We need another water break? Like, you already went through 2 bottles of water, and we only been here for like 30 minutes. What's going on? Because you need to calm down. Lay down. Okay, let me get him some more water. Let me pause real quick, and then we'll wrap up this video. Okay, we're back. He's already licking my finger with some water. So this is his 3rd bottle of water. So I don't know how much longer we're going to be out here. And I'm over here thinking, like, if we do go to the boardwalk, I'll record it for you guys. Hopefully. If it's not too, like, hot or crazy. If it's not too busy. If it's too busy, I'm turning, like, my behind right back around. But this is, like, his 3rd bottle of water. And we only been out here for 30 minutes. Like, I've only packed 4 bottles of water. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is he expecting here? You have one more. You need to calm down. Come here. Let's go get his ball. Okay. Alright, so I know I've been yapping a bit and going back and forth with Sapphire. But the general gist of what I wanted to come to you guys today is to talk to you guys about the environment that you set in your life, being intentional about your life, thinking about what you want out of life, and thinking about how the foundations of your life are going to translate into the other endeavors that you have in your life. And what that actually looks like and what that actually feels like, and so on and so forth. So that's all I have for today. I'll see you guys in my next video. Do remember that we drop content every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll talk to you guys then. And I'll try to see if this one right here, if he, I don't know if he's going to make it, because we only have 1 bottle of water left. And he is extremely hyper. I don't know what we're going to do. But wish us luck. And if I end up going to the boardwalk, I will record that as well. It doesn't look like it because I don't know. We'll see how things go. It's still pretty early. Now he's playing around like he doesn't want me to grab the ball. Like, just sit down if you're tired. I don't know. All right, but that's all I have for today, you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. So bye.